Hi and welcome to the Market Alert for Tuesday the 14th of December 2021. So bonds and the dollar jump as stocks and crypto dump. Fear is back according to the headline yesterday. And Fed loses control as consumers now expect 10% inflation for key staples. This is getting out of control. Well, we can see that when we all visit the supermarket and the price of food. That's without, of course, the fuel price having not come back down to anywhere near where it was before the so-called engineered and manufactured fuel shortage that we had back in October. News today. Well, let's have a look, see what we've got. We just got the PPI for the US at 1:30 and also the core PPI out then as well. Let's have a look at the markets, see what happened yesterday. We'll start off with the Dow, and as you can see from the daily chart, the market trading up to the 78% retracement that we drew in yesterday. Traded through it, but failed to hold, and then was slammed all the way back, which you can see from the 30-minute chart there. The previous day's high, market went through, and then sailed all the way down during the afternoon, with prices retracing and now stuck in a sideways range, waiting for the futures market to open. In the German DAX, we see a similar picture where the market also traded up to 62%. We'll look at this in more detail in a moment. I'll take you through a trade from yesterday where the market stopped at 62% and then reversed, and show you how we use the daily chart to manage the trade as well. So prices showing a bit more weakness in the DAX daily, all of the average lines converging there as well. This is the downside target should the market continue to move to the downside. It's unusual to see it doing this. Maybe it's a one-day aberration and they're going to continue with their Santa rally to the upside, but a bit of weakness around there at the moment for the DAX. I'll come back to that in just a moment. Let's have a look at the metals, just a quick roundup of what's going on. We can see that yesterday's barely any move to the upside, and overnight the market, or silver market, has been pushed down, as you'll see here overnight, moving it down, but managing to hold, reverse, and moving back towards the DP at the moment. The market waiting for tomorrow night's FOMC meeting, along with gold as well. Very quiet day yesterday for the gold market, and overnight very quiet there as well. So a quick look at the 2-minute chart from yesterday. We had a long setup in the morning after the market opened. You can see that it moved down and then found support at the close. Big clue there. And then we've got the buying coming in here. We get the automatic signal, and I'm just going to fast forward through this because it took some time for the trade to unfold. We got to the previous day's high and the 200 MA there. You can see the market driving through this area, which is what you will need to see if you've got either a pivot or the previous day's high displayed like a pivot, and a 200 MA. You need to drive through that with a lot of volume, and that's what we see here. Prices then continue to find some support and trade sideways. As long as they stay above the high, that's all you want to see. They do, even though there's some potential weakness there. The market manages to get back through the BRN, then head towards the R1. All price bars are green at this time as well. So let's just continue. I've got all of these resistance lines above there as well. You can see those, and these are just sort of other targets of resistance to the left that I can't see, where it's been projected forward. And again, a bit of potential weakness there. Again, a bit of a cluster of volume at the R1, which you would expect. And then the market continues higher, taking out the resistance levels above, which you can see, and that's what you want to see in a market that's moving to the upside. You want to see those higher highs taking out those resistance levels. At this point I switched to the daily chart, and you can see that we've got a 62% retracement in the daily, which we drew in yesterday morning, This is where we can expect to find some sort of resistance. I keep coming back and having a look, and there I just double checked, removed the lines, put them back on just to make sure. And then as we go further forward, let me just show you what I actually did here. So what I'll check the 62% in the daily chart. You can see it there. And then what I did was draw a line in using the line tool just as a target area, and then dragged it down to the same price that was in the daily chart. And then as the market started to come back below the 5-bar moving average, you'll see I'll remove the entry off there and closed out the trade. And that was a bit premature, but we're still a bit of room to the upside. So let me just show you what happened after I had other things to do, but 80 points was a good trade. And then as this rotates, you'll see the market trading up to the 62% target that was in the daily chart there. And I'll just fast forward through that so you don't have to watch every tick come in. And then you'll see at the R2 the market has one more spike up. Notice the volume as well there. Classic ending of a market move to the upside. So there was a few more points on the table. In fact, there was another 50 points on the table there. You can see from this line to this line, from the big round number to the half round number, that there was another 50 points. But you can't get every point out of a trade. And like I say, I had other things to do as well. So there you go. That's yesterday's trade, how the market unfolded. I don't know if there was anything in the afternoon. I wasn't at the desk dealing with some personal matters at the moment. But let's just have a quick look at the 2-minute DAX for yesterday afternoon. I haven't actually been back and had a look at this just yet. So let's scroll back. And oh yeah, we had another very profitable trade there in the 2-minute chart. I can see the market moving down there. I'll just mark this up for you. Like I say, I was involved in other matters yesterday afternoon and wasn't at the desk. So we can see the market moving down. We get a close back. We can see the volume there stopping the market at the BRN. And let's just have a quick measure, get a ballpark for this one. As it closed back below the or above the 5-bar moving average, and it's showing there 52 points, so give or take slippage, etc., 45 to 50 points on that trade as well. Okay, that will do it for this one, as the market is getting close to opening. Let's have a look. Actually, it's not. It's half an hour away from the futures, so the market gapping on the overnight, which we see there, and then sitting at the close, not doing a lot. We had a bit of a shakeout there, which we can see. But again, you've got the small cluster of volume as they brought the market back, as you can see there, and then just a bit of a cluster there as well, as they've got sideways there to bring the prices back as well. So let's just do this, bring it all up to date. And we can see we're just going back above the close. Need to go back above the 200 MA, and let's have a look, see what's above the DP here. And we've got a cluster of resistance to the left from the previous market action on the left as well. So that's what it looks like, with all of the resistances and price points from the left, where the market is either going to drive through these areas as it moves higher, or we'll find resistance here and then move back down. And then again, you can see once you get through these lines, as you saw in yesterday's examples, the market will take them out automatically. But they're great areas to see where the market found support before, because all of these green lines, the market bounced off these, could have the potential to bounce off these, because they are areas where the market saw buying before, just as much as at the previous day's close is a major resistance area, because you've got a cluster of these lines. For those of you that have got the software, this is already built in. This is not new. It comes under, well, it's actually changed slightly. You'll find it under support and resistance in the older version. This is a new version that I'm working on, which is not released at the moment, and you'll find it at the bottom of this panel. What it looks like is the same as this. I've just reordered everything and put it into alphabetical order, and that's what you'll see at the bottom of the other panel. I changed this to 3. Make sure that you select it, and then I put 2 on the width style so I can actually see it. It's been in the software from day one. It's only the last few weeks I started playing around with it and couldn't believe how useful it was. Before I was just using an extension and drawing it in manually. I don't know why, but I'd forgotten it was there, and it's absolutely brilliant, as you can see from that trade example from yesterday. Okay, that will do it for this one. Let's see what the numbers are at 1:30, but again, it's quite a light day news-wise. Okay, that's it. As ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.